You have heard it said before, the riches are in the niches, and that could not be more accurate. Okay, so a lot of people are like, I love it all. I want to take haircuts and I want to take short haircuts and I want to take long haircuts and bobs and I want to do color and I want to do extensions and I want to do curl hair updos, weddings, every single thing, and they have like their hands in every pot. And I understand that variety is the spice of life, but at the same time, when it comes to your marketing efforts, you need to just figure out who your ideal dream client is. Now, when I say that, I mean who is your absolute hell yes. And you can actually think about one client that you have had who you could do 15 of them a week and you would be happy. They are willing to spend. You love working on their hair. You love their personality, what you get to create. So if you had way more of them, your career would feel a lot more fulfilling. So who is that person? And then figure out everything that there is to know about that person. And that is going to transform the way that you market. Okay. So let's say your ideal client or your favorite client that you have is somebody named Avery. When I was working full-time behind the chair, Avery was my avatar. And I'm going to show you how to create your ideal client avatar and speak directly to that person to attract more of your ideal clients into your chair. So what you're going to do is you're going to figure out, where does this person live? Okay, so where does Avery live? Figure out your ideal client. Are they married? Are they single? What's their income level? What's their career like? Are they a parent? Do they have kids? Or are they like an entrepreneur? You know, do they like to go out a lot? What do they value in their life? Like, what's valuable to them? Is it time? Is it freedom? Do they like to travel? Where do they hang out? Like, what restaurants are they hanging out at, all of your ideal clients? What events are they attending? What social media platforms are they going to flock to? Where does Avery flock to? That favorite client of yours, whoever it is that came to your mind, what social media platform do they hang on? Are they scrolling TikTok? Are they on Instagram? Do they hang out more on Facebook? What types of events are they attending? Are they going to like all of the local fairs and stuff like that? Are they going to like social hours and cocktail hours? Are they, traveling all over the world? That's what you need to know. You have to also like realize what they fear. My avatar was Avery, right? And Avery was a really successful business person, multiple six figures a year, really, really busy, didn't have any kids. I knew exactly where Avery hung out. There were 3 restaurants that she frequented the happy hours at. She loved her social life, loved going out, had very little time though, because Avery was really, really busy with work all the time. But she loved her blonde hair and she loved her long, luscious locks and she cared. However, she didn't have the time to sit in the chair all day. So I was able to be like, hey, Avery, I'm speaking to you. You want to get your hair done, but you don't want to sit in the chair all day. Now I know where she hangs out, so I know who I'm engaging with on social media. I know that when those restaurants post, I'm going to go engage there. I'm going to maybe follow some of their followers. I am going to start conversations there. I'm going to maybe hang out there. I'm going to go to some of the same events where my ideal clients hang out. I'm not going to be afraid of rejection. That's hard, right? Because primarily that's what prevents people from even marketing in the first place or putting themselves out there. They're afraid of rejection. But when you know who your ideal client is and the types of services that you want to be doing, and you figure that out and you start speaking directly to that person and adding value directly to that person and speaking to their pain points like we've spoken on before, that's how you're going to attract more and more of that. Now you get Avery posting and asking her, hey, like, let me take a picture of your hair, Avery, and then I'm going to send it to you. And if you really love it, can you just reshare it and tag me or share it with some of your friends? Why are you so afraid to ask Avery for business, right? Why? And guess what? Avery hangs out with more Averys, right? And Averys hang out with more Averys. So now you have this entire circle of people. People talk. You ask them to write you reviews and you keep just talking to that person. Don't worry about anybody else. It's going to make your social media way easier when you know who you're talking to. So that's how you're going to bring more of your dream clients in. Hang where they're hanging, whether that be in person or on social media. It should probably be both. Don't be afraid to start conversations, add value for that person, know what their fears are, know what their pain points are, know what services they like to get done and what drives them. Is it confidence? Is it health? What are their values? Do they like spending time with their family? Do they value comfort? Do they value low maintenance styles? Do they have curly hair and they want to get their hair colored, but they're afraid it's going to ruin their curls? Have they had bad experiences before and you're about to change that? Those are all the things that you need to know in order to be a good marketer and get more of your dream clients in your chair. Another thing that I like to tell people to do is to maybe team up with some of those businesses that Avery likes to hang out with, or whoever your person is. Those businesses that Avery hangs with, maybe it's a Medi Spa, maybe it's an esthetician, maybe it's a restaurant, and do kind of like giveaways with them where people get to follow all of you and interact with all of you in order to maybe win some kind of a prize, whether it be a basket with gift cards. Don't be afraid to pair up with local businesses. Don't be afraid to host events. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. That's how you're really going to build that clientele and create that buzz around your business. And let me tell you, it is all about creating the buzz, because talent is only going to get you this far. And I think that the funniest thing is that when I speak to hairstylists, and I've been doing this a long time, and I've been a consultant and an educator for a long time, that the last thing they want to learn about is business, marketing, mindset. And yet all of these things are 10 times more important than your talent. And I know that people don't like to hear that because we're artists, but that's the reality of the world that we live in. I say it all the time. I built my clientele in 6 months, literally 6 months, with no other clients. No clients. I started from scratch. And I'm not the most talented hair colorist or hairstylist in the whole world. I'm not even close. There are people out there that run circles around me that are sitting there with empty chairs right now. And I've even had people comment on my stuff and be like, hey, you're not even that good. And I say, you know what? That's fine. That's fine that I'm not even that good. You know what? Let that fuel you. If you think that I'm not good at hair and I'm not talented, then let that be your fuel. And let that be the realization that your talent only matters about 20%. And the rest of it is the service you perform, meaning your customer service, the value that you provide on social media, your marketing skills, and your business savvy. That matters a lot more. So what's it going to be? You should focus more on your business and your mindset. That's why I always say that if you're sitting there with an empty chair, 80% of your time needs to be spent working on the business. And the other 20% could be learning techniques. But first and foremost, we're going to be creating content. We're going to be engaging with potential people. We're going to be striking up conversations. We are going to be actively working on building our business, educating ourselves, and not just sucking in education. You could watch this video right now and you're like, yeah, I get that. And then you're going to do nothing with it and it's not going to mean anything. So I want to urge you to actually take action on this stuff and start making a list of who your dream client is. Draw a picture, put little blurbs around, figure out who they are, what they do, what they want, what they like, and just speak to them. And then you'll attract more and more into your chair. And that is my advice for you today. If you found this useful, inspiring, stick around, like, comment, subscribe so that you never miss an episode of what I have to say and you can hang out with me forever. What? I need friends. I want to hang out. You don't want to be friends? No, I love doing this. I love speaking to this and I love this industry. So I'm really grateful that you're here and I will see you next time.